So today's contract tip involves a little field trip to Marietta Square to Magistrate's Court. Yes, we are going to Magistrate's Court because an agent might be going to jail for the criminal charges of fraud and the unauthorized practice of law. So no one contract, no one client, no one customer is worth your life, your license, or definitely not worth going to jail. So here's what happened. The agent, not exactly sure of the motivation, perhaps to be nice, perhaps to be kind, perhaps to get additional business, not exactly sure of the motivation, apparently filed a writ of dispossessory to evict tenants from a property that a buyer had just purchased. The buyer was an investor, bought it from a seller investor with a lease intact. Apparently at closing, it turns out those tenants had not been paying rent. Buyers chose to buy the property anyway, and the agent, who actually represented the seller, did not even represent the buyer, offered his services to file the writ of dispossessory and have the tenants evicted for not paying their rent. Here's the problem. The problem is he filed the writ of dispossessory as an agent himself, representing the new owner of the property, which was the buyers in the purchase and sale agreement that had just closed, the transaction that had just closed. Let me try not to get run over crossing the street. And he filed the writ of dispossessory, not even putting his name on it, but putting Maximum One's name on it. So, couple issues. Also, he did not have here's where we are, Magistrate's Court, Cobb County. He did not have a property management agreement. He did not have Maximum One's authorization to handle this. Maximum One did not have any kind of lease with these tenants. So that's where the fraud kicks in. Again, it is criminal fraud. This is not just a license law violation where you go to real estate jail, but this is criminal fraud where you go to real jail. The fraud and the unauthorized practice of law. The fraud involves putting down that Maximum One represented these tenants, and the fact that the agent wrote in the company's name. These tenants have never had a lease with the agent. These tenants have never had a lease with Maximum One. These tenants never owed Maximum One any money, never owed the agent any money. There was never an agreement. So the agent nor Maximum One had any authority whatsoever to go through with an eviction. As I said, these tenants never owed either of those entities money at all, and there's no agreement stating otherwise. The unauthorized practice of law comes into effect in that this agent wrote down that he was representing the actual new owner of the property, and that he was representing them. Well, you have to be either an attorney to represent a client in a legal situation, or you have to be on behalf of the property management company to handle such an eviction. This is the second time we have been here at Magistrate's Court. Last week, the judge threatened to throw the agent in jail. Again, these are criminal issues, not just license law violations, but criminal issues. And the judge has said that the actual new owners of the property must be the plaintiff on the writ of dispossessory and are the only ones that can evict these tenants. But my point to you for a contract tip, do not take any shortcuts. Even if you are trying to be nice to your clients, to your tenants, trying to get more business, it is certainly not worth your license, definitely not worth going to jail. This agent is going to have a GREC investigation, and we'll see today if he goes to jail or not. Not sure if he got the writ of dispossessory amended, so we shall see. Thanks for watching, and again, Dana Sparks, qualifying broker with Maximum One Greater Atlanta.